Hey, good morning. What's happening, guys? What's going on, YouTube? You have tuned in to Rules for Rebels, and today we are going to be talking about the YouTube Rewind 2018, probably the most hated thing on the internet right now. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Any of you guys who have watched this, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it. Drop a comment down in the comment section below. This thing is pretty much universally hated. If we go down here and look at the upvotes versus downvotes, we got 2 million upvotes and 8.1 million downvotes. So obviously not many people were a fan of this. I'll tell you what, I'm a huge fan of YouTube, both as a creator and a viewer. I spend hours a day on YouTube, again, at both ends, as a creator and a viewer. I don't have live TV, so I mean, in terms of the media I consume, I would say it's probably like 80% YouTube, 20% Netflix. But even as much as I love YouTube, as much time as I spend on YouTube, I don't really get into the YouTube culture. You know, I don't follow Casey Neistat or Jake the Suicide Forest Kid or PewDiePie. Like, if you were to show me a picture of the top 10 largest YouTubers, I might be able to pick out one of them. I've probably never seen any of their videos, so this wouldn't necessarily really be catered to me in the first place. But even people who are into YouTube and kind of YouTube culture seem to kind of hate this video. Now, what's kind of funny, I never really even knew YouTube Rewind existed. You know, it doesn't surprise me that they have kind of a wrap-up or a mashup, a compilation of the year in YouTube. You know, I guess I would kind of expect them to have something like that. I've just never really watched it before. And I saw, like I said, I didn't even know it existed, and I saw so much backlash about how much people hated it on Reddit and news articles and blogs that I was like, I have to check this out. So I decided to give it a watch. I watched it last night, and I was really kind of blown away by how terrible it was. Now, to some extent, yeah, we would expect YouTube to kind of cater to corporate sponsors. Yes, the year-end wrap-up in YouTube needs to appeal to everybody, right? So it's going to be kind of macro. It's going to be kind of big picture. I would expect it to be a little bit bland or a little bit too mainstream. You know, we can't expect YouTube to go into like every little weird niche and things like that. But to me, YouTube is a community. YouTube is an amazing way for people to express themselves. YouTube, the part of the reason people like YouTube is because it's not television. It's not movies. It's more real, it's more raw, even though a lot of YouTube is fake, but it's more real, it's more authentic, and you just really didn't get that at all from the YouTube Rewind. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it's Will Smith kind of hosting it or emceeing it. Fine, Will Smith is a cool guy, advertiser friendly, you know, I have no problem with Will Smith. It kind of starts off with K-pop, which, okay, K-pop, it's really annoying and way too long, but okay, K-pop, fine, whatever. But then they spent like a couple minutes just kind of pandering to like every special interest group, like, hey, Asians did a lot this year. Give a thumbs up to the Asians. And how about women and women's issues? That's good shit, right? And then it went on to what it was: Asians, women, people with mental health who make videos. You guys are really brave. Hey, shout out to the gay, lesbian, and LGBT community. You know, and it was just this like really transparent minute and a half of pandering to a couple special interest groups. And then it kind of carried on into a bunch more nonsense. I personally didn't recognize pretty much anybody in this entire video besides Will Smith. I saw a lot of people were upset that the Jake, whatever the Suicide Forest kid's name is, a lot of people were upset that he wasn't in it. A lot of people were upset that PewDiePie wasn't in it. Overall, though, the video was not in the slightest bit entertaining. I think a lot of YouTubers, both viewers and creators, kind of felt that it was a slap in the face, that it didn't really encompass them or YouTube, or really even what YouTube is about. Obviously, production value on YouTube has gone up over the years. You know, people are making much nicer videos due to technology and the ease of video editing. I'm probably one of the last people who hasn't kind of stepped up my game in that area. But the whole thing just seemed way too polished. It seemed like an MTV you know, music video of the year, show preview, commercial lead up. It was just really, really terrible. And I actually read another interesting article. this article I thought had an interesting take. It was titled, "The massive dislike for YouTube's Rewind video is indicative of a larger personality problem." And I kind of talked about how, like I said, a lot of people are, I don't like either of these guys or follow them, but they said a lot of people are upset. This Jake dude and PewDiePie, Logan Paul, that's what his name is, not Jake. Logan Paul and PewDiePie were left out, but they said, you know, YouTube was trying to make this a positive thing, and both these guys are kind of assholes, so that's why they didn't appear in it. But overall, I just thought the thing was really terrible and didn't in any way whatsoever kind of encompass YouTube or the community or what it's about. So in addition to being not entertaining and just wholly horrible, it just really didn't encompass the community or what we like about YouTube or what YouTube's about. But a lot of backlash here. I initially heard about this because on Reddit a lot of people were up in arms that I think initially YouTube had blocked comments to invite only. It seems they've opened it back up. I think if we go over, oh no, that's my comments. Anyhow, it does seem like YouTube has opened comments back up. A lot of people were saying that they were censoring downvotes. Maybe they were to an extent, but obviously the downvotes are 8-1 against the upvotes. So doesn't look like they're doing that anymore. But overall, the thing was just really, really terrible. Like I said, normally I wouldn't even pay attention or even know this thing existed, but I heard so much backlash about it that I just had to go check it out for myself. So if any of you guys have seen the YouTube Rewind, let me know your thoughts on it. I've never seen one in the past. I was kind of curious. I was going to go back and watch YouTube Rewind from like 2017, 2016, 2015. I'm guessing a few years ago it maybe wasn't so polished. It featured more real people and more actual YouTube content. But yeah, I mean, this year it was really just like a, music video, corporate sponsors, appealing to special interest groups, just had really nothing to do with what YouTube and it's about. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe right now. And I am actually got to run. I'm going to this stock options, futures, forex kind of trading class all week. I had it all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and I think I'm going all day every day until about Thursday. Really, really intensive program, but I'm kind of realizing how naive I was to investing in the stock market prior to it. But I'm running late. I got to get out the door to that. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll check you out for on the next video.